You look around the universe, round is a thing.
Unless, of course, you are how shall we say, an alternate thinker, someone who likes to embrace the unusual.
Something with the word flat in it.
Yeah, you like discs. You believe in discs.
When I use the word round, I'm referring to basically something that's spherical.
Right.
Okay? Because technically a circle is round.
Yes.
But if you say circle, it's a circle. There are no circles in the universe.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Everything
They're
has
spheres.
a shape. They're three-dimensional.
They're three-dimensional.
Right.
Even a black hole isn't a circle.
Yeah, that's right. It's spherical.
Right.
All right. But the point is, in the universe, forces conspire to make round things.
Nice.
So, let's start with soap bubbles.
I mean, when we're talking about the universe, why not?
Why not?
Yeah, that's
When was the last time you saw a triangular soap bubble? Never. Okay? No.
I'm sad now. I'm very sad because I've never seen a triangular soap bubble
or cube.
And now I want to see both of those so bad I don't know what to do.
In a soap bubble, you have this film.
Right.
And the film wants to be as small as possible.
Okay.
Now, if there's any part of the film that's sticking out, it says to itself, I can make it smaller than that. So all parts of the film want to make the whole structure as small as possible.
Okay.
And there's only one shape that accommodates that, and that's a sphere. Now, here's what's interesting. For a given amount of material, surface, the shape that contains the largest volume is a sphere.
Okay, got you. I see what
That's
you're saying.
an interesting
That is.
fact. Okay.
Okay.
So if you have a nice spherical fruit, okay?
I'm hungry now.
If you make that any other shape,
Right.
it's going to bust out the side.
I know that because I have stepped on many oranges.
Why doesn't the orange just quit? No.
It's just right out the side.
Right out the side.
Exactly.
Okay. This thing with spheres, what it also does is brings the material inside of it as close to itself as it can possibly be.
Nice.
Once you start flattening it out, there are parts that are farther away from other parts than they would otherwise be if it was in a sphere.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. By the way,
Right.
have you ever seen a cold pigeon?
I don't think I've ever seen a warm pigeon. So I'm not.
You don't know the difference.
I don't know what the difference is.
Okay, if you look at birds in general,
Right.
they're warm-blooded.
Yes.
How do they stay warm? The bird gets as round as it possibly can.
Oh.
Just take a look at
That's
a pigeon in the
right,
cold.
yeah.
It is round.
They puff up.
They puff up and they're round.
as they can, yes.
And that way there are no extremities at risk. They've reduced how flat or extended they would otherwise be. So even cold pigeons want to be round
Nice.
for thermodynamic reasons.
Yeah. Cold pigeon sounds like the worst hood liquor that
Cold
you
pigeon.
is like, what you drinking?
Worse than cold duck?
Yeah, worse than cold duck.
Cold pigeon.
Oh man, I can't afford cold duck. You must be rich. I'm drinking cold pigeon.
If you gather matter together in the universe, you can say, well, what shape will it take? Well, if it's rock, the rock is happy being a rock.
Okay.
Most asteroids just look like rocks.
True.
Some of them may be Idaho potatoes, but they're not spherical
Right.
because they don't have enough gravity to overcome the rock.
Right.
The structural integrity of the rock is what's determining the shape of the asteroid. Above a certain size, the gravity of all the material overcomes whatever the rock wants to do by itself. And the high places, the material will fall into the low places, and this will continue until basically you have a sphere on your hands.
Look at that.
So, one of the criteria for the definition of a planet is it big enough to be a sphere?
Right.
Pluto satisfies that criterion.
Uh-oh, watch out.
But
Might have to make a retraction
no, there are other rules Pluto fails, but it satisfies that one.
of being round.
Being round. It has enough mass for it to structurally, because this is gravity at work. Gravity says, everybody come to the center. And there's only one shape that can get the most number of people as close to the center as they can possibly be, and that's
a sphere.
a sphere.
Right.
Exactly. Pluto's moon is even a sphere.
Wow.
Sharon,
Sharon!
let's keep going. The sun.
Mm-hmm.
It's got badass gravity.
Yes.
And it's got gas.
Yes.
It's holding on to its gas.
I'm sorry.
The sun generally holds its gases.
Yes.
Occasionally there are effluences, which we call solar flares.
Yes.
Okay?
Exactly.
All right. So, the gas, it's trying to get to the center of the sun too. Everybody's trying to get to the center of the gravity. The shape that results from that is a sphere.
Okay.
Period.
That's it.
That's all it is. All right. And this persists for every star, for every planet, for large non-planets like Pluto. You know, Pluto got demoted with this new rule, but there's an asteroid that got promoted.
Okay.
The asteroid Ceres,
Ceres.
the largest
asteroid.
okay, named for the goddess of harvest.
Okay.
Ceres was the only spherical asteroid.
Right.
So it satisfied the sphere criterion, but it didn't satisfy the other two. So it graduated to dwarf planet.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Pluto got demoted, others got promoted, and now they got a new family.
And I got a new family,
All right.
dwarf planets.
Okay, so now the laws of surface tension help us create soap bubbles.
Right.
It's also what beads up liquid if you just waxed your car.
Right.
It wants to be a sphere
Right.
so bad. And every part that's not touching the car is round. All right?
Exactly.
All right? If you dripped liquid in 0G,
Right.
surface tension, pop that into a sphere
Right away.
straight away.
Yeah.
There's a scene in Star Trek.
I know what you're talking about, where they shoot
They shoot the Klingons in
right,
the room.
and there's
There's
in
one of the
zero
movies.
G because they turned off the artificial gravity in the ship, and the blood
The blood spews
spews
out.
out all in big droplet forms that are round, little
Spherical blob.
Yeah.
And people after that said, that's weird. They must have weird blood. No, your blood would do that too.
Right.
In 0G.
Right.
But in 1G, the blood goes down and drops on the ground.
Right.
Okay? Now, in 0G, you can make an arbitrarily large blob of liquid unless you bring it into any kind of G at all. And then the gravity overcomes the surface tension and it flattens out. That's why you can't just haul a blob of water out of the ocean and put it in a display case as a sphere.
Right.
Earth's gravity overcomes that.
Right.
It's a contest of forces at all times. Earth's gravity overcomes the rocks. The sun's gravity overcomes the gas. Everybody gets a sphere out of this. So, in the universe, you have exceptions to this when you have rapidly rotating objects.
Okay.
Guess what happens to them?
They flatten out.
They flatten out. Mm-hmm. Saturn rotates once every something like 10 hours.
Wow.
Saturn is big and it rotates twice as fast as we do.
That's
My
serious.
boy's flattened.
Yes.
10% flattened. It's 10% shorter pole to pole than side to side.
Wow.
Next time you look at a photo, check that out. You can notice
You
it
can
easily
notice it, right.
with your eyes.
Okay. How about the rings? Are the rings rotating at the same rate as the planet?
No.
or
They're rotating.
Or they're rotating in the planet independently.
According to their own orbital
Each
physics.
one of them has their own orbital
okay.
physics.
So why aren't they a sphere? Well, when the moon formed, because we got slammed by a protoplanet
Protoplanet.
in the early universe,
Right.
the early solar system, we had a ring of debris.
Mm-hmm.
But some debris was a little larger than other debris, which means it had a little bit more gravity than the other. If you have a little bit more, then you get a little extra stuff. Now you have even more gravity.
Come join me. One of us. One of us.
And so this is a runaway process.
Right.
So the ring coalesces to become
The moon itself.
our moon itself.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, and so you get the sphere ultimately.
Right.
And one of the saddest moments in my professional life was reading a research paper on the dynamics, the orbital dynamics of the particles in Saturn's rings, and they said it's a temporary phenomenon.
Oh,
That was sad.
that is. That means Saturn's going to lose its rings.
Yes, and that it probably didn't have its rings 10 million years ago, which meant the dinosaurs, if they had telescopes
They would have
and
ne-
looked at the Saturn, it would have had no rings.
Look at that.
That's sad.
That is sad.
That's sad. So I wrote a whole essay 25 years ago called On Being Round.
On being round.
I think it's online too. Just
Nice.
go On Being Round and Tyson. So search DeGrasse, just in case Mike Tyson did something round.
nice.
Or you just heard this, so you don't even need to read
Exactly.
it. It's a 2,000-word essay.
Right.
If you want to check it out.
And for all of you disc lovers, you flat disc lovers, there you go. This is why what you believe is stupid.
Oh, the flat Earth folk. Yeah. So, and our galaxy is very flat.
Right.
Okay. When it formed,
Right.
material falling from the top and the bottom was gaseous. It stuck together in the midplane and then formed stars there.
Right.
Because the gas clouds don't have they stick together like hot marshmallows.
Right.
Touching in midair.
Yeah.
So whenever you find something that's not a sphere, there's a fascinating reason why that's the case. But the natural state of the universe is, and black holes, there's non-rotating black holes is sphere.
Sphere.
If you want to rotate it, it will flatten out.
Right.
As rotating things do, and you'll get like a torus or a donut.
No.
So rapidly rotating black holes are actually donuts, which are still kind of round
Yeah, exactly.
in their own way.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, dude.
That was fun.
Okay. On
Being Round.
Being Round. Yet another explainer on Star Talk.